former Deputy Minister for Media, one of the pioneers of the swap industry in Swahili. Very, very active in those years in Swahili. I first met Comrade Marco on the day of my release from Robben Island in 1981 after serving 8 years on the island. And on the day of our release, myself, Comrade Jacob Shidika, Idima, Martin Katoacha, when we were released from the Windu prison, from Robben Island, we spent some days in the Windu prison. When they opened the gate, it was Comrade Marco and Philip Sherry. The two were the one who met us. And from there we walked on foot up to Dongeru. And when we went outside, 100,000 people were there to welcome us. It was Comrade Marco. I can say that Comrade Marco is part and parcel of my family. When I married in the middle 80s, 86 I think, Comrade Marco, 86, Comrade Marco and Memetoini, they were our best men and best, what do you call it? Best men and best ladies? Best mates and best men. Then, and Comrade Nico Besenga and his wife, they were also our best men and best ladies. And late Reverend Bedway and his wife, Reverend Hendrik Bedway, the pastor, represent her parents. And late Hendrik Bedway's wife represent my parents. So they were our God. The two Bedways, one represent my parents, one represent our parents. And Nico and Bessinger and their wives were our best ladies and best men. And as the fate has it, all of us ended up, myself, Comrade Bedway, Comrade Nico, Comrade Bessinger, Comrade Marco, we ended up as being members of the Constituent Assembly that drafted the Constitution, and also we ended up in the first executive of this parliament. So this shows that we are families. Comrade Marco, in the 76, 78, 79 there, we were on the island at the time. But here in the country, the South African Apartheid established DTA. And all the SWAPO activists from Zambezi River, Kunene, Kavanga, up to Orange River, up to all of them, majority, over 100 and hundreds of people were arrested and detained in Kobabes. Some went to Donapes, others went to Kobabes, Marco Hausiku included, and many others. Some of them are also here. They were only released maybe early 80s. Spent a few years there. This was a detention. That is why he told us, said, I was pretending my head is what. He was just a lady among those young, one of the young boys. Those who were detained. While there, I think up to 81, 82. Then, with the Geneva talks in 1981, SWAP ended the Geneva talks. Yeah, those were invited by SWAP was Comrade Nico Besinga, Comrade Den Shiongarero, Comrade Marco and Comrade Kabangula. They were in prison, in police prison, in detention in Kobabes. They were also invited to attend the Geneva talks. So South Africa allowed them to go to Geneva to attend on condition that when they come back, they must go back to jail. This they did. They were allowed to attend the talks, and when they came back just from the airport, straight to Kobabes police service. From the island, SWAP also invited some comrades to attend. Myself, and to Adeleni Kandola, the other to Adeleni, Abuba Kandola, the lady Atuimu, Lazarus Witted, and Kalefi Pahura. But South Africa refused. So we were never released to go and attend the talks. Comrade Marco, after he was released from Kobabes, he was under house arrest until the implementation of 435. All along he was under house arrest. It is himself, Mafrili, from 1968, after a release from Victoria, until the implementation of 435 in 89, was under house arrest. Kandanga, Meme Kandanga, Philip Sherrier, Charles Shienda, Emmanuel Matara, all those comrades from the early 80s were under house arrest until the implementation of 435, as from the 1st of March, when the UN landed here in Namibia. It means under house arrest from 7 in the morning, 7 in the afternoon. You must not leave the house until 7 in the morning. Beside your household, people who come and visit you, they must not be more than 5. If you walk in the street, you must not be in the company of more than 5 people. And people who come and visit you must have permission. And you must report yourself twice a day to the police station, in the morning, in the afternoon. But besides that, Comrade Marco and Makwili and Kandanga, they travel the whole Namibia. And the enemy also, they are in the house. That is how he was operating countrywide. Countrywide. They were the first pioneers of NAMSO. If the pioneers of NAMSO, you just stand up. The pioneers of NAMSO, those who started NAMSO. I saw Majumel was here, is not here. Oh, there. Yeah. And the pioneers of Nandu, stand up. Those were in the formation of Nandu. All this, together with Comrade Marco, they travel the length and breadth of the country. I'm just starting here and there. 1984, President Kaunda arranged Namibian independent talks in Lusaka. And the SWAPO leadership here at Homefront were invited by SWAPO in exile to attend the talks. We left here, it was Namibian talks together with the South African puppets. West Germany that time sent a plane to fetch the DTI and all those people to Lusaka. And Kaunda sent the Zambian Airways. We went to Lusaka for a week to attend the Namibia independence talk in Lusaka. When the delegation came back, myself, Philip Sherry, Marco Hausiku, Mahwiri, and Ekandjo, who went with the president of SWAPO to Rwanda. From Rwanda, the others went to West Africa. Myself and Philip Sherry went up to Kwanza Zoo, where Comrade, she hosted us there, Kwanza Zoo. We spent there a week in Kwanza Zoo. And from there, every January, I was in Rwanda. And the boss didn't know because I just get a passport, a travel document for 2 weeks, went to London. And from London, I had a golden passport. My name was João Baptista. So, João Baptista from London to Rwanda, from Rwanda back to London, and then Ekandjo from London to from there until 1989. So, Comrade Marco, I also remember at one time, he was arrested on many occasions. I think 1983, 84. We were welcoming the comrades who were released from Kasinga, those who were captured by Kasinga. We were captured and nobody knows. Until Smith, that is his first name, Smith of the Window Observer. Hannes Smith threw a place and he found a place at Kaitana that the people were detained there. That's how we came to know. 1983, 86, 83, 84, they were released. When they were released, we organized a welcoming reception in the mountains of Dobra. While there, we were rounded up and arrested. Some were taken to Dornabes. Comrade Mahwiri, Andor Loboski, Rupo, they were kept in Okahanja. Myself, Martin Kapwasha, Marco Hausiku, Nico Besinga, Philip Sherry, Emmanuel Ngasideko, Reverend Shirimuye, and Kavaira, we were kept at Osire for 2 weeks, including Comrade Marco. We were arrested there. I think in 1988, SWAPO organized the talks with Namibian people from the leadership from inside in Kabul. Names were supplied, there's one so and so and so. Myself, Comrade Barco, Kameta, Mahwiri, we were denied going, we were not allowed to go to Kabul. So, Comrade Marco, I just make some notes just to know what the type of man Comrade Marco was. So he was in and out of prison. They used to stay in a 2-room house. And 1986, when we organized a mass meeting at Shifiti, that time it was called Kaputura Secondary School. We had a big meeting where the Kufut came in and killed Comrade Shifiti. Comrade Marco and Comrade Kamata, they chased the Kufut. They were physically fighting the Kufut. And Comrade Kamata was chasing them with a land cruiser until he overturned next to the police station here. So, Comrade Marco, he was a deacon, and his 2-room house in Katutura, that 2-room was the hive of SWAPO, successful women. In a two-room house, people from Rehoboth, all over the country, whenever we come in, they are in Hindu. They were housed, eating. In the two-room, that was a hive. 1988, 86, the Swapo Youth Central Committee here at the home front took a decision that I should resign from teaching in Ekandjo. I think the proposal was made by Comrade John and so that I should resign and work full time for the party. Pardon? Yes. And it was a central committee. Bapewa, Mubangwa, George Maubelo, and many others. So then, when myself, the late Comrade Hausiku, Madam's husband, what is this one of the police, city police? Adam Asep, Nico Mugenga. We were around about 10, 12. We worked full time, traveling the breadth and length of this country, from Oranjemund up to Zambezi. And when we were in Kavango, the houses of Comrade Marco Hausiku and Ambrosius Haingula, these were our headquarters, and we operate from there. I also remember when we went and we were detained at Bagani. On the way to Katura, we were detained at Bagani. We were going to have a meeting in 1988 in Zambezi, in Katima. And then we spent a day or two there. And on the day of our rally, we were also detained in Katima Mulilo. But we had a big rally there, including with Comrade Marco Hausiku. He was a beacon of the struggle, and as Comrade, let us write our history, all of us. All of us. Comrade Bonnie, I just want you to state. Comrade Bonnie, 1971, 69, 71, they were still young in the Swapo Youth League. They are the founders. And together with them, we destroyed the contract labor system. He's not the only one. He's not the only one. All of you have contributed to the struggle of this country. Comrade McLeod, I know your story. All of you here have contributed one way or another. It's better just take some notes, or you can just organize now because there's technology. You can take your cell phone and just start talking. Something you write the history. So that we must not only write the history if we bid farewell to somebody, then we tell the history, and sometimes we may not tell the proper history. And I would like the young community to stand up. This child, under a difficult condition, in the two-room house, her mother and father were always in trouble. And Comrade Marco, Comrade Twain kept them by veto. Because, and Comrade, the former police, stand up there. This were the people, he was a former police and retired. Yeah, Arnold. These were the comrades who were transporting people to go and join the struggle. Because in the 80s, we decided there were those who were working underground, risking their lives. Some of us were active politically on the drums. On the drums. They were working underground. And then we decided, so when we formed the NUNW and affiliate, we said, Pandeni, Peter Ilonga, Then Ulenga, Chikongo, under the leadership of Comrade Hausiku and Comrade Kayamo, Madame Kayamo is there, you can testify. Kayamo, Loite Kasingo, and Aaron Kasingo. There we said they were busy with the trade union. They must organize the workers. And us, we must organize the people politically. That's why we divided. We were on the SWAPO side politically, and then they were on the union side organizing, and then there was a third group that were underground. And then those were the people who really sacrificed. Without, for instance, let me put it this way. There were those people who attended the funeral of Ruto Goldman in Rundu. You have heard the former commissioner, the chief of the head of the police station in Rundu, how he was narrating. Ruto Gondo, he was the cabinet minister, Kabako, over in Dongo. They were the cabinet minister of Babo administration, but they were the people who hosted plant fighters physically in their houses, including Ruto Gondo. The people were operating from within, from the house of Ruto Gondo, going in attack, danger as far as others. They were operating from Ruto Gondo's house. They were operating from Aupa Indongo's house. Usongama, they were operating from the house of Usongama. Most of the business people. So that was the strategy, because the boys said, these people, what are they? No, they are my workers. Because they were not suspected. They were not suspected. These are the heroes we should really honor. These are the heroes. Not us who were on the drums, the enemy know, they follow you. There were those who were unknown, like Ruto Gondo and many others, and many traditional leaders. And all the traditional leaders and the churches played a role. If you could listen to what Pastor Hendrik Karisem was saying on the day of Heroes Day, he was there on the TV together with Nora Apollos when he was mentioning the role played by the church. The role played by the church, the council of CCM, where the party has to channel money through the church. The party has to channel money through the business people. If, for instance, those days, $500,000 or rand come into the bank account of Opa or Ruto of Gondo, there were no suspicion. But if, for instance, in Jakowski's bank account, money from outside, even if you get 20,000, they will say, where is this money coming from? But not for these people. So there we have got many unsung heroes. Those people who avail their houses, feed, give information to the planned combatants. And all of you have played an important role. Even if you give water to a swamp activist, is your contribution. Once I have built more than this one, even if you are a painter, you make bricks, you buy a window frame, it's a contribution to the house. So let us be proud of what SWAPO has done. Now, people might be discouraged and say, but SWAPO is going down. This is just a flu. A fly only stays, the fly you said yesterday, it was only 2-3 hours, then another fly comes. Don't think maybe this fly is 100 years old. I want the fly you saw even 2 hours ago. It's a flu. Understand? If SWAPO has gone through the difficult time, Why not now? If you want to ask how tough the struggle was, just ask. He was a sharpshooter. He's a sharpshooter. He's a sharpshooter. And we are lucky because most of you went outside, you were young pioneers, you were SWAPO Youth League, you went to get your back, you have witnessed the independence of Namibia. Namibia is one of the luckiest people. Most people, those who started the struggle, did not see the independence. In Mozambique, Montana and others who started Frelimo, they didn't see the fruit of independence. In South Africa, the ANC, they didn't see the fruit. But in Namibia, those who started OPC, OFO, SWAPO, we still have them today. Those were at the beginning. Even those, the Kandolas, the Moshihanges, the Meroros, they even passed on, but in an independent Namibia. In an independent Namibia. But those who started ANC in South Africa, how many of them are left now? I don't think so. I don't think so. Even the Mandelas, the Sisulus, the Goan Beku who are on the island, they are no more there. There are very, very, very few. Maybe Zuma and others are still the Tambo Beti, but he was still young when he was in Israel. But we in Namibia, we are lucky, and we must keep that legacy of SWAPO. So let us honor Comrade, the legacy of Comrade Marco. And let us also give thanks to Metrini and the children, and also for the family, the relatives, the Hausikus and the Abikulitis, for inviting us. And we will keep the legacy of Comrade Marco alive. Long live the spirit of Comrade Marco.